Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 8 of the excavation of HOB'S BARROW, our deep look into this wonderful little point and click adventure game that has elements of cosmic horror, mystery, intrigue, and a bit of history by Cloak and Dagger Games. We're gonna dive right in and get to it, shall we? I hope everyone's well. Thank you so much for continuing to hang out with me during this series. Last time we had actually spoke with Mr. Shoulder. Let's get local folklore. And learned quite a bit about what had happened 25 years ago, including our father being one of the original excavators of HOB'S BARROW. So it seems that fate's cruel devices has brought this family back to HOB'S BARROW. For what reason, we are unsure, but we need to find out. On the second day, we have two objectives. The first is convince Mr. Briden to allow the excavation. I must find some way to convince him to let me undertake the dig of HOB'S BARROW. The second is investigate local folklore. I should find out more about the stories connected to HOB'S BARROW. I want to do that, so I don't have access to the map. Let's see if we can go talk to Mr. Briden first.
Starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening.
Yeah.
It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature.
Okay.
What if my dream wasn't just a dream? What if it was all more than simple coincidence?
I mean, that would be frightening, considering the nature of the dream.
What if that thing really could help my father?
Oh, we've got the feral child.
Day, little one. Hello?
Oh,
A fiddle bow? There's no string. My name is Thomasina. What's yours? Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm.
it's eerie, man.
What are you doing out here all alone on the moors?
Doing hood rat shit with her hood rat friends.
Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes?
Okay, so she understands.
Hey!
And then she runs away. Okay, and there's the cairn.
Most peculiar. Perhaps I can mend the bow for her.
We would need...
My childhood violin lessons serve me right. Bowstring is made from animal hair, coated in a waxy resin.
Typically
Don't vibrate without it.
the bowstring is made from a horsehair. Like the tail or mane hair, because it's long and coarse. And then those are tightened to a specific tension and then coated with a resin that causes the hair to stick on the strings. Traditionally, stringed instruments were wound in some aspect of gut. Now, most of the time, they're made from steel. Okay, that is...
A carved stone has been affixed to the door.
interesting.
Crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
I know the upright bass that I played, we're just gonna go map. I got a bow here. Let me
Desire to lug a block of wood about the...
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Chicken. Hey, there's no more laundry. Furthest we can to go. Let's see if Mr. Shoulder, he said he was going back to the plow and furrow, but
Shoulder told me he'd be at the plough and furrow.
okay. Let's head back to town, actually. Oh no, that's a train station. That's not where I wanted to go. Sounds like the Smith's back.
Good day.
Hey up.
What do you make of this stone?
Don't look like out to me.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye. The old cobbler used to tell me some right stories. Swore he sold a pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
Okay.
Goblin, you say? I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle.
How peculiar. I met a girl near there earlier. She gave me this broken fiddle bow.
Ha! Well, you've experienced the local folklore firsthand then, lass.
Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
Never heard of it. What is it?
Never mind. I'm having some trouble extricating a knife from a table in the Plough and Furrow. Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
Okay, so at least we're gonna get our knife.
That were a struggle. Here you are.
Thank you so much. Look at this, Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you slip it under my door last night?
Ha! Have you gone daft? Why would I have your father's journal?
Never mind. Do the sketches inside mean anything to you?
Looks like a load of rubbish to me.
Okay.
Do you know any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives' tales.
Apologies. I found out my father visited Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad. What were he here for?
That's what I intend to find out. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay, well that's interesting. So we have the knife now. We have the bow. I haven't seen any horses, which is interesting. Okay, no priest. And that's still locked. Okay. He's still setting up, which is really weird.
Good day.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's see if anybody's at the cobbler's.
No one here.
Okay, let's head to the Plough and Furrow and see what's going on here. And then we might head to the Briden farm and try to get access to... There's... Who's this guy?
Hello there.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Ted? Ted Cross?
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
Are you a local, Mr. Cross?
Oh no, I'm just passing through. I'm a musician. Just myself, me guitar and me horse.
Are you a travelling musician?
Aye. I've been playing a new song tonight. I've just finished the lyrics.
What's it about?
You'll have to come listen.
Okay.
Can't say that I know much about this place. I don't usually travel this far south.
I see. Have you heard of a place called HOB'S Barrow?
Can't say I have, miss. What is it?
Never mind.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Make sure you watch my performance later, won't you?
I'll try.
Nobody else is here. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Kemp.
You found old Leonard, I see.
Yes, finally. I've had some rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh? Remarkable.
Tell him the whole story.
Remarkable. Just remarkable.
Do you recall my father from back then?
I'm afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley, but an interesting turn of events nonetheless.
What do you know of Mother Mildred?
I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred. She wants locking up.
How so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab from years ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved, if you don't mind.
Be careful who you trust, Miss Bateman.
Okay.
Who is Miss Tompkins?
A housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Lord Panswick likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
This is an interesting character that I want to meet.
Lordship's affairs are his own business.
I have a weird feeling about Lord Penswick.
Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
No, I can't say it does.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Okay, we don't have any business with Mr. Shoulder just yet. Let's see if anybody's over here. Nobody's here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to the alley, see if I have anything in the trunk that would help me with repairing.
I certainly don't wish to touch it.
Great. Oh, hey, horsehair. So I wonder.
Horsehair would make fine bowstring. She almost took my head off. I could certainly use the knife to cut some hair from her tail, but I'm gonna have to gain her trust unless I want a hoof to the nose.
Okay, so I'm gonna need. Okay. I need something sweet, which I don't have.
Carry around my heavy
I
excavation.
was just seeing if I had anything in there. Okay. Okay, so why don't we go to Mr. Briden's farm? And we'll try to talk to him. Oh, awesome. Another flashback. Playing as little Thomasina.
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
What are you burning?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
Okay.
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
Abrax. Mummy, what is this?
Waste. Burn it.
Okay. I have a feeling she's burning our father's research.
Good day, Mr. Briden.
Miss,
I...
I'll stop you there. I know what you're going to ask.
No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
Mr. Briden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this morning.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh,
Yes. Can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
the answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
Is there more that I can say to him?
No questions. I'm not interested.
but
Off with you.
what do you make of this stone, Mr. Briden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. By God. Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
I waited for what felt like an age. I now realise that Mr. Briden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me. The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Briden emerged.
Wait, why were we hanging out with a goat?
Now then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow. Take a look.
CAZ. Okay. IWACAZ.
That's been in my drawer ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important, so I kept it safe.
Okay.
Fate is clearly playing a part in your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Briden, allow me to excavate HOB'S Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
My father.
You what?
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
Mom also probably lied a lot.
Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Briden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful. Any sign of trouble, leave without hesitation and we board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Wait, you're giving me permission to excavate?
Aye. Against me better judgment. I don't have the energy to stop you, lass.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Don't make me regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise. Thank you. I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Briden.
I'd rather you don't. Now then, I've got things to get on with.
I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig.
Don't push your luck, lass. Market's on.
Worth asking.
Able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
And like that, I finally had permission to excavate HOB'S Barrow. As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Briden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of.
I mean, that would make sense.
You told me he was crippled after coming off his horse.
Mommy lied to you.
Why did you lie to me? To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed. And so did Charles Briden. He should have said no. He should have never given me that stone.
Oh, that's not ominous.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave. I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Literally the same thing, lady. Pie seller, Mrs. Tompkins. Apple seller.
'Cause I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig.
Literally the same thing, lady. Literally the same thing. 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 Literally
Good day.
Freshly picked apples, miss. Would you like to try one on the house like?
Yes, please.
Here you are, miss.
The apple looks somewhat rotten. It's riddled with holes. Good day.
Fresh produce.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
No, I want to talk to her about her produce.
Produce.
What have you got for sale?
I'm selling meat, vegetables, and all sorts of herbs and things. You're welcome to have a gander.
I'll be sure to browse. Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
The meat's going to be in question.
Can I interest you in a pie? Finest mutton in all the county. 2p each.
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
Hello, Miss Tompkins.
Hello.
We weren't introduced earlier.
Meat in an open air like that bothers me because of bacteria.
How do you fare, Miss Tompkins?
I'm waiting for Mr. Ambrose. Have you seen him?
Who's that?
The milkman. Ms.
Oh.
Cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
I'm afraid I haven't seen him. You are in the employ of Lord Panswick.
Aye. He employs Arthur Bewley in one way or another.
Okay.
I'm in need of some help for my excavation. Do you think his lordship could lend me some of his labourers?
Maybe.
Might you introduce me to him?
Sorry, ma'am, but his lordship doesn't take visitors. Any road, I must wait here for Mr. Ambrose. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
If Mr. Ambrose doesn't turn up, and I find you some milk, would you be able to introduce me to Lord Panswick?
His lordship really doesn't like visitors, ma'am.
I'll take the risk.
Miss Fenchurch will be cross with me.
Well,
But she'll be even crosser if I come back without fresh milk.
So, do we have a deal?
Aye. Bring me some milk, and I'll take you to his lordship.
she's a bit simple lass, isn't she?
Have you been waiting long for Mr. Ambrose?
Aye. He should have been here a good 2 hours ago. He's here every market day, you see. He sells only the freshest milk. Miss Fenchurch swears by it. I hope misfortune hasn't befallen him on his way here.
I'm sure he will turn up.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
Are you familiar with HOB'S Barrow?
What's that?
Never mind.
Okay.
What do you make of these stones?
Oh, gives me the creeps.
Why?
Dunno, just a feeling.
Oh, she's touched. Okay. She's fey touched.
Housekeeper.
I'll let you know if I...
She's simple, but she's fey touched. That makes sense.
Tell me if you see Mr. Ambrose, won't you?
I will.
Okay, so we have an inn to Penswick. We're going to give the apple to the horse.
Hey, girl. Would you like an apple? She is completely indifferent. Perhaps the apple is too spoiled for her liking.
Okay.
I don't wish to lose an eye. I'll have to gain her trust.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay. I need to find sugar. Like sugar cubes for tea.
I already took one. I prefer my tea hot and fresh.
Okay, so we have the sugar cube. See, I figured it'd be an apple or a sugar cube, so we're gonna go ahead and give her the sugar cube. That should sweeten her up.
Eat this. Good girl. Hopefully that's gained some trust between us.
And then...
I've managed to cut off a few lengthy strands.
Okay, so we now have horsehair. We can acquire to here.
With something waxy first.
Okay, so something waxy. Okay. What would be waxy that we would have access to? Candle wax, perhaps.
Hello there.
Yes.
Is that your horse stationed in the alley?
Aye. Thistlecrack is her name.
Thistlecrack.
Aye. It were what she were called when I bought her. Glutton would be a better name. She likes her treats. But it feels wrong to change it.
Thank you for your time.
Make sure you watch my performance later, won't you?
I'll try. The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore.
Yeah, but can't I...
No, that won't achieve anything useful.
Okay, so no.
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty. I've stored my case in there, a box within a box. I've too much to do today to waste time sleeping.
Okay, so I need to find a resin of sorts.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass. I've none at all.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Okay.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman.
Mr. Briden has given me permission to excavate HOB'S Barrow.
Marvellous.
Is good.
You've had to sort all this out in my absence. When do we start?
Tomorrow, I hope. But first I need to recruit some locals to assist with the dig. It's too much work for me to do on my own.
I see. Bewley has its fair share of strapping young lads. You'll find assistance, Miss Bateman.
What else can you tell me about this Sax knot?
Sax knot.
Yourself too much of these old stories. Leave those to the locals, Miss Bateman.
Have others spoken of goblins appearing in their dreams?
A dream is a dream, that is all. They merely make for good stories.
I know.
But to answer your question, no, not to my knowledge.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sure the locals have filled you in already, lass.
You cut quite the mysterious figure. Most had little to say.
It's true, I do tend to keep my head down. When one gets to my age, one grows very comfortable in one's home. I like the isolation of the moors. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I take it you don't get many visitors.
Oh no, nobody bothers me. That's the perk of living so far out, huh? Just me and me hens. I used to come into Bewley more often, back before my health went to bugger, eh?
Okay.
What do you think of Bewley?
Whilst one could consider the villages to be rather unenlightened, this
Yeah.
The market's in town today. You can see that folk want fun out here.
I know where I can find a Scotch egg, that's for certain.
Do treat yourself to one. You'll not taste better.
Is there anything else I should know about HOB'S Barrow, Mr. Shoulder?
No, lass. I'm certain we will know a lot more about it by this time tomorrow.
I hope so. What else can you tell me about the previous excavation?
I think I covered it earlier, Miss Bateman. As you yourself said, it were a time of superstitious hysteria.
To be fair, it still is.
Like living in that period of hysteria.
I kept to myself. It didn't really affect me. My hens stayed healthy and their eggs kept me well fed. If one can keep a level head in such situations, one can get by.
Indeed. Is there anything else I should be aware of before my own excavation? No other ghouls I should be worried about?
Ah, you know the answer to that. The corruption in that soil were all in the minds of men.
What do you make of Lord Panswick?
His lordship is an important man in Bewley, as I'm sure you have gathered. His family has commanded much respect here for many generations.
Do you respect him as a leader?
He once wants the best for the village.
So why can't we get him to fund the expedition then?
Would have never come through here.
Does he want more visitors?
Aye, I believe so. He has great ambitions for Bewley and wants to share them with the world.
He just doesn't want visitors to his own location.
What do you make of Mildred Walker?
Who?
I believe she's also known as Mother Mildred.
Oh, we used to get about when we were children. Our paths have not crossed in a long while.
What do you think of Charles Briden?
He is a decent man. It must have been hard for him after that terrible business with his brother.
Without a doubt. I must say I had assumed you had at least spoken to him about my visit.
Sorry, lass, I had no intention of giving you the runaround. Again, I can only apologize.
I call bullshit.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the nature of your ongoing illness?
Oh, just the ravages of age.
'Cause I'm 103 centuries old. I am the physical manifestation of Cthulhu Ragnarete.
Fever.
An ordeal it were. So much tossing and turning. But I'm right as rain now.
Cthulhu Raleigh.
Don't worry about me.
What are Lord Panswick's plans for Bewley?
He's rebuilding an old chapel on his estate. He seeks to bring God back to these lands.
But what of St. Edmunds? I think Father Roach might argue God has never left.
Indeed. Let's leave such arguments to them, shall we?
Interesting.
Thank you for your time.
Interesting.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Okay. So as we exit the inn, we're going to call it there for this episode. Thank you all very much for checking this out with me. We made some good progress. We were able to get permission for the dig. We picked up the other stone. We had a weird interaction with the feral little child. We need to fix her bow. So the next episode, we're going to be looking at trying to find some waxy substance or resin that we can utilize to get that bow put back together. And then trying to find some milk so we can get to the Penswick Manor in order to recruit workers. Thank you all for hanging out. Be good, be kind, be safe, and I will see everybody soon. Thank you again. Hey everybody, Toddfather6 here signing off. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more, click the videos that are listed or hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications in order to be notified when I've got more posted. Until then, as always, be good, be kind, be safe. See you next time.